All right, I call the meeting of the Board of Selectmen of Wednesday, December 2nd, 2020 at 11 a.m. to order. This is an emergency meeting under our guidelines for COVID. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you, everybody. Good to see you all here in your various offices and homes. Some of us are in quarantine and some of us are at work. Some of us are working from home. But anyway, it's good to see you all looking well. And we call this meeting today to discuss current outbreak of COVID in town and to also discuss what we should do about upcoming town meeting, which is in 5 days. So at this point, I'm going to ask Sue Malloy from the Board of Health office to give us an update on our current situation. You got to unmute your mic, Sue.
Okay, good now?
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Thank you.
So for our 2-week reporting that should be coming out tomorrow, we right now have 55 confirmed COVID cases in East Bridgewater and 22 probable. I've had a lot of questions on the difference. Basically, basically probable is people that had a rapid antigen test and confirmed as a PCR test. They are treated exactly the same. A probable case is a COVID case. They usually have symptoms. But the 55 is the number they use for our color designation for the COVID map. I know, by now people are probably hearing that there was an outbreak at the commercial club. I couldn't tell you the exact number yet of those that are coming straight from the commercial club, but the commercial club cluster right now, is probably upwards to 30 people. Since just Thanksgiving, with a combined probable and confirmed, I have 68 cases just since November the 26th. So that's where we're at now.
Okay. Thank you very much. Does anyone have questions for Sue on that?
Sue, but you said that was for the past 2 weeks, the 55 confirmed and 22 probable. Do you know what just to get what the 2 weeks before that was, what that was like?
The 2 weeks was 27 confirmed.
Okay, prior to that.
I don't know how to make my phone stop ringing. I apologize.
Just trying to just see what the jump was.
Yeah. Pretty good, pretty big.
Yeah.
The commercial club outbreak, the first case was not reported until the 25th. So those numbers will continue to come in as I get more results. I'm already getting emails of reported confirmed cases. They're just not entering into our system yet. So I expect that number to increase exponentially.
Right.
Okay.
That puts us in the red zone, Susan?
I haven't gotten the official word yet, but I would imagine it will.
Okay.
And so this is John Clifford. We
Hi,
have
John.
gotten word that the commercial club is closed.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
they closed
So they,
4 days ago. Go ahead.
The commercial club closed down operations at the end of business on Friday. They went in and cleaned. They've been super cooperative with their contact tracing, almost over cooperative. I can't keep up with their emails. They had a meeting last night and they voted to stay closed until I believe it's December the 15th out of an abundance of caution to get through the quarantine period, since, that will be 14 days since the last time somebody was at the commercial club. I have a lot of names of people I'm trying to contact, but there's a lot of people that I'm sure I don't have the names of. So, a press release went out today and I'm just urging people, if they were there or if they think they had any contact, just to stay home. Stay home. And if you have symptoms, obviously, get tested, or even if you don't have symptoms, you can get tested. But there's no way I'm ever going to know everybody that was there.
Right. Rebecca, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I have Bob Looney on speaker right now. He was having some trouble logging in with the link.
Okay, great.
But Bob, I did resend you the link if you want to try it again.
Yeah, let me get away here. Let me get back to my, okay, I'm in my email now. You sent me my email? Oh, yeah, right here, let's see. Yep. So I see it, try this link. So I hit on, please join meeting, go on my computer, go to meeting. And I just hit it. And I get this blue screen, that's it.
Bob, can you hear us when we're talking?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Yeah, I can hear and John, I can hear you. I heard the conversation so far.
Okay. Well, Bob, if you're okay with staying on speaker on Rebecca's phone at her desk, then we'll just leave it that way unless.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
Okay, great. So any other questions for Sue, Dave, or Peter? Anything?
Sue, I had just one question about, so we're in Marshfield and my son's, his class, like, they're split up into clusters he's in junior high, and they actually all got sent, they had a spike in his cluster. So they sent, he's not quarantining because he didn't have any close contacts, but they, said for 2 weeks, his cluster just does remote, but they set up a mobile testing unit. Yeah, I think yesterday or earlier in the week, where they said, hey, if you want to get tested, you can come get tested. I just didn't know, like, what are the options for these people to get tested? Is there stuff right in East Bridgewater? I don't know what the testing options are.
So, yep, that's definitely something we could look into if the town wanted to. Right now, we've had a lot of luck with the, we have the Stop the Spread Clinic at Massasoit. That's open 5 days a week and it's free to anybody.
Oh, okay.
We have CVS in Bridgewater, Whitman, and the urgent care in Bridgewater that do a testing by appointment, I believe, and Health Express in Abington and Pembroke. So as far as a Stop the Spread site, we wouldn't get one of those because Massasoit is just a few miles down the road.
Right.
But we could certainly look into, I believe we would probably have to contract or pay for that, but we could certainly look into it. So far, I haven't had anyone associated with the cluster that wants to get testing not be able to get testing.
Okay.
I think, you can get, because this has been the story of my week of trying to get an appointment for a test. You can get one. It's just, it takes, can take a couple days. We went to Massasoit on Monday and we were turned away. They already were at capacity. And then, yesterday they told us if we wanted to wait, it would probably be a 2 to 4 hour wait in the car. So, you can get appointments at like CVS, but it's a couple days out. Like if you try today to get an appointment, probably the earliest you're going to get is going to be Friday or Saturday. So you can get it. It's just, there's a delay. And then there's a delay in when the results come back. So it's just, you have to sit tight. Wait.
Hey, Rebecca, I'm on the meeting through my different phone line, so I don't need to be on the speaker.
Okay. You must be
Sorry,
caller one.
Yeah, my office, a different line.
All right, great. Thanks, Bob. Okay,
Yep.
Anything else? Any other questions for Sue before we move to talk about town meeting?
No.
No? Okay, good. Brian,
So
did you want to?
can I go back to work?
Of course. Yes, of course.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Sue. Brian, did you want to give us an update on what we've discussed with regards to town meeting?
The concern, of course, is holding town meeting when the town goes into a red situation. And it's probably irresponsible on our part to hold a town meeting if we're in red. And regardless of social distancing or not social distancing, it's still a very bad image for the town not to look at this as a signal not to hold town meeting. There's nothing on the warrant that would change our future dramatically. The only 2 articles that cause a small problem is the unpaid bill for the vet, $270, and we're not going to accept the stretch code in the month of December, which means that our application to Green Communities will be delayed 6 or 7 months. So that's a little disappointing because it's grant money that would have been available, but I just don't see that we have any choice. And since we've waited this long to do the green communities, what's a few more months?
Mhm.
I'm
I know we
disappointed.
talked about,
I'm not,
we talked about pushing it out 2 weeks, but my concern, and I think you guys would probably agree, is that if we see a cluster related to Thanksgiving, aside from what we're already seeing, that's when those cases are gonna be peaking, 2 to 3 weeks from last Thursday. That could, so we could wind up just having to postpone again if we tried to do it, say, like December 21st.
right. And I think you're gonna start running into Christmas. And so the answer
Nobody's
is,
going anywhere.
yeah, no, true.
At least they better not be.
Some people are.
But I think you're looking at January no matter what.
Well, I think you have to be careful because I think the provision allows only to allow to put off for 30 days at a time.
Right.
John, do you think, are you agree with me?
Yes, that is correct. So we're only talking about.
Oh, but we can put it up for 30 days and then we can do it again. There's not,
Right.
but you have to have a date certain within 30 days to reschedule it. So if I read it, I would have to recess the meeting for a certain place and time within 30 days, knowing that we might have to do it again.
Right.
So we ought to aim for it, knowing that we should aim for a date so that we can actually tell people what we're thinking. Because I don't want to have a situation where I announce, okay, it's going to be January 7th, and then we have to postpone it to January 18th again. I think we should just pick a date in January and know that we're going to have to do a double postponement.
We have to pick a date before January 2nd. That's 30 days.
So actually, the only one who would have to pick the date, Bob, would be you. So
Right.
if the board would be making a recommendation now that the warrant's posted, it's your decision. So you could say that you're going to postpone it for 30 days now, and then you could revisit it any time before the 30 days.
Yes, and reschedule and reset it.
And just send a notice to the clerk or an email to the clerk and the board, and I think that would suffice on the second continuance.
And I think that if we recess it, it has to be posted at least in like 3 different places. So, like library, town hall, whatever. That has to be posted.
So we could actually repost it now. So if everybody was so inclined to say, we're going to set the new date as January, 1 second.
January 1st is a Friday, but that's New Year's. So
why not go to like December 28th or something?
Well, what I was going to suggest, Bob, if we were going to say January 11th is really the date, or the 18th, well, January 11th, the 18th is Martin Luther King Day. So if we said we were going to make it January 11th, we would include in the notice that it's the moderator's intention to do a second postponement to January 11th. So.
Right, but I think I have to pick a date certain now within 30 days.
Right. So whatever day you.
I think what we have to do is I think you're right, John. If we post it, say it's going to be, just post it a new meeting December 28th with the intent of moving it to January 11th.
If
Because it can only be done in 30-day increments.
Right.
So to meet the 30-day requirement, it would have to be before January 2nd.
So then.
And then postpone it again.
So to postpone it that second time, do we have a meeting at that time, Bob, or do you just post that?
No, I think I think that we can do this today, knowing we're going to postpone it. We can just, we know we have to be recessed again. But to meet the statutory requirements, we can only go 30 days out. But then there is a provision that allows you to continue to do another 30 day and another 30 day.
Okay.
And Carol, the board's only making a recommendation, so we don't need to post a second.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, if we're ready, I would take a motion to make a recommendation to postpone town meeting according to the town moderator's wishes.
So what's that last week, John? I don't have a calendar in front of me. What's that last week of December? Like, what's the?
Be the 28th.
So the
28th.
Yeah. So why don't we say the 28th? But it's going to be. But you should also put in your motion. You can put it in your motion. I think with the full understanding. The motion is to put. Take the moderator's recommendation with the understanding that's going to be continued again by the moderator.
Right.
I'll need some help in writing that notification to the tag, to the without confusing them too much.
So I mean,
Well,
I
I
think
think-
the board should just make a recommendation to move it to the January, whatever January date you've
Right, and
chosen.
I'll procedurally do what I need to do.
Right. So you don't need to have that interim step in your motion, Carol. So I
Okay.
think the options are the 11th or the 25th. Whatever the board's preference is. Since the 18th is a holiday.
11th.
Sorry?
My preference would be the 11th.
I
The
have-
sooner the better.
Doesn't matter to me either way.
Peter?
Peter, can you unmute your mic? Thanks.
11th's fine with me as well.
Okay. Do you want to make a motion that we recommend postponing town meeting to the 11th?
I'll make a motion to postpone the annual meeting to January 11th under the moderator's recommendation.
A special town meeting. I second the motion.
All right, the motion is made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, there we go.
And for the record, I'll send a notice out to Brian, just saying I've, recessed the, meeting from December 7th to December 28th, and I'll put in there knowing that we will be continuing it further.
Great, thank you. And I guess
All right.
the other piece of that puzzle is just getting the word out, through the town so that people know. So,
Well, I think you have to post that the meeting's been postponed.
right,
Am I right, John?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what's the best way to actually get it out to the public.
I mean, post it on what you normally post it. Post it on the town bulletin board.
Right. Yep.
And I don't know, do you have a posting board at the library at all? Or?
We posted, I think, in 5 different places.
I do the same.
We
Okay.
should notify
can.
the schools that they should have the building locked up and have it posted down there in case people show up Monday night.
Yep.
right.
Right.
Good. All right, any other business? Hearing none, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, Madam Chair.
Well, second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Stay
you,
well.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care.